there, Wargamers, and welcome to another Warcor Declassified. I'm joined today by Quirk, who's going to be playing his Nomads. We're going to be doing a 200-point game of supplies. So his Nomads, and I'm going to be debuting the USAriadna faction for our content today. So I'm kind of excited about this. Looking forward to it. It looks quite nice, very simple, limited palette. It worked very nicely. And unlike your pink Nomads, they show up on camera. I'm still upset about that. Yeah, they should have looked better. Anyway, so 200 point supplies. We're going to go take a look at the table and the armies in just a second. But remember, if you guys ever want to come in and play a game of Infinity with us, use our tables, terrain, all that sort of stuff, go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge. I'd love to hear from you. Just send us a date when you're available, and we're going to do whatever we can to make it a reality. So hopefully we hear from you. Anyway, let's go take a look at everything. So we have Quirk's Nomads right here, and 200 points. So what do you have?
I have a Mobile Brigada. I also have two Geckos. One has the two chain rifles, Chain Colt and a Panzerfaust, and the other one has a MK12 and a Chain Colt plus a Blitzen. And then I have three Agiseals. One is just a regular one with a combi rifle. Then I also have a Agiseal who is a forward observer, another one that has a hacking device, and another one that has a med kit.
Alright, and then we have your HVT right over there on the side. And my USAriadna. So over here I got three grunts kicking around. One is a forward observer, another one is a paramedic. I have the Devil Dog team with his Antipode, and he's got the heavy shotgun. We have the Minuteman with the two light flamethrowers and a rifle, and he's also a forward observer. We have Van Zant with his AP rifle. We have Dr. Fireaxe in the back there, ready to cut some limbs off and save some lives. And we have the Maverick with the, what did I give her in this one? She has the Smoke Light Grenade Launcher and the Molotov. And then of course I got a couple camo tokens, because this would not be Ariadna without tokens. So we have our initiative roll-off, see who's going to be deciding what orders. So I got a 15 and failed, you got a 9 and passed.
Alright.
So what would you like to do?
I'm going to pick deployment order, and I'm going to have you deploy first.
Alright, and what side of the table are you deploying on?
I want this side.
Alright, so for turn order, since you're going to be counter-deploying to me, I might as well go before you, so I will choose to go first. And here is our table. So we have the Nomads lined up here. We have one of the Aguaciles, the two Geckos, some more Aguaciles over here, and the Mobile Brigada ready to move forward and just really ruin my day as he usually does. Across the table, I have a couple camo tokens set up right up here. And then moving all the way over, we have the Minuteman Ohio with the light flamethrowers. We have two of the grunts, the forward observer and the paramedic, next to Dr. Fireaxe. We have the Maverick hiding behind some crates. Another token, camo token set up here. We have the Devil Dog team. And the very last thing, we have one more grunt hanging out here, and my HVT behind the crates. So we did decide the orders already. Ariadna's going first, so let's see what I can do in my first turn.
Yep.
Before we do that, I'm going to lose 2 orders from my order pool, spending the command token. Beautiful. At the start of my turn, spending the extremely impetuous order on the Antipode and the Devil Dog. Antipode is just going to move forward 6 inches. And the Devil Dog is, well, with super jump, he's just going to jump 6 inches forward. Like so. And as the Devil Dog jumps over, that will provoke some arrows from both the Geckos. So you're obviously going to try and shoot me?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to use the second short skill, and I'm going to attempt to drop some smoke. So I'm just going to try and drop the smoke right there. Hopefully it's within 8 inches. Yes, it is. So I'm going to need a 19 to get this smoke down. So a bunch of face-to-face rolls. So we'll start with my special dodge. Yep. So 19 or under. Come on!
That's higher than a 19.
Yes, 20 is definitely higher than a 19. 5% chance to fail, and I failed. So you need 10s, you said?
10 or less.
Okay.
Oh, see? I can fail too.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have another gun.
Yeah, it is true.
So this would be my Chain Colt.
Okay.
And again, it also needs a 10. That'll hit.
That one's going to hit. Quick correction, that's actually a combi rifle, not a Chain Colt. So going to be damage 13. So armor 4, so I need to roll a 10 or better. And which I do. So no wound going on the Devil Dog yet. Gonna spend the Maverick's Impetuous Order, and she's just going to zip around and move 8 inches forward. So there's 2 inches there, and another 6 inches forward. And this is definitely provoking some arrows from the 2 geckos across the way. I assume you're gonna want to fire at me again?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's gonna use her light smoke grenade launcher to drop some smoke right up there, and hopefully obscure her and save her, and not get shot up like the Devil Dog did. And I just remembered, unfortunately, firing through that thing is going to be blocking line of sight, so it's going to end up being... Actually, that's not even a valid thing, because it's got to be a full-ordered speculative fire, so that's not a valid target to place it. So it's got to be placed right there, but I think that's still within 8 inches, which means... Yeah, that's within 8 inches, so I'm not going to get the +3 bonus to that, because the smoke grenade launcher has different range bands. So I'm going to need 12 to drop the smoke. So the arrows are going to be a Panzerfaust and an MK12, and you need the 16 on the Panzerfaust, and what do you need on the Mark 12?
A 10.
10? Alright, so I'm hoping for a critical hit on my smoke here, so needing a 12. That's an 11.
Alright, and I need a 16 here. Oh.
19. The Panzerfaust will not hit me.
Alright.
And you still have your Mark 12, though.
Yep.
So go to 10 on that one.
I need a 10, though, so unless I crit, no.
No. Alright, so the smoke will go down and the Maverick will stay standing. Gonna spend the irregular order for the Devil Dog team, and they're just gonna do another move forward of 6 inches. So 6 inches to get up to there, and then the antipode from behind, just 6 inches just to stay behind there. And then we gotta check for arrows. So a couple arrows. The 1 gecko. Which one is that?
This is my 2 chain cold ones.
Oh, okay.
Or two
combi rifles
and a chain cold.
Okay. And then the Aguacilla. I can see the Devil Dog as well.
Yep.
So they're going to shoot at my Devil Dog.
Yep.
I'm just going to try and drop smoke again. So once again, I'm going to put it down right there, I guess. So within 8 inches, I'm going to need a 19. And you're going to need whatever for the range bands.
Yeah, let's check the range band.
So the Gecko is going to need 16 for +3 for the range band, and the Aguacillas is going to need a 14, and I need a 19.
Right.
So let's see what happens. I got a 15, so my smoke's going off currently. Okay, and that was the Gecko.
That was the Gecko.
Okay, and the Aguacillas looking for a critical hit.
Nope.
No. Okay, so the smoke will go off, and the Devil Dog is still up and running. Gonna spend an order on the Minuteman, and he's just gonna do a move order, so 8 inches, and his silhouette is bigger than this, so he's gonna just be able to vault right over it. It's not enough to get him out of or back into cover, but I don't think I'm provoking any arrows. Gonna spend another order on him, and I'm gonna do a cautious movement, because if I don't, I'm gonna get geckoed, and that is not something I want. So 2 inches there, and then 2 inches to get behind the line of sight blocking fence. Just to end there. Spending another order on the Minuteman, and I got to keep kind of hugging the fence a little bit, so it's going to be 2 inches forward, like so, and oh, I think that's as much movement as I'm actually going to get out of this one, simply because I'm not yet in a position to get away without being shot by the Gecko. Spending a 4th order, and I'm going to cautious move one more time. 4 inches just to get back there, and hoping beyond hope that I'm going to end out of line of sight. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, so we're going to go check. And that cautious move is enough to keep the Minuteman out of line of sight. So it was very order intensive, but he's getting a lot closer to one of the objectives. Spending another order on the Minuteman, and he is going to do a 4-inch move forward. Yeah, 4-inch move forward to get him to there, and then another 4-inch movement just to take him up to the corner here and sticking in cover. Spending my last regular order, gonna just move the Minuteman 2 inches forward and then 2 inches off to the side, just getting base contact with the console. Hopefully not provoking any arrows, which I don't think, nope, nothing can see it. And he'll spend his 2nd short skill in an attempt to pick up the supply crate, which he will. And that will end my first turn. So I've picked up 1 supply with the Minuteman. Hopefully he's not going to get murdered too heavily by the Mobile Brigada and the Aguacillas. So we're going to see what happens as the Nomads take their turn 1.
Spending my first order, I'm going to have my Mobile Brigada move 2 to here.
Yep.
as well as 2 more to right there.
Fantastic.
And since there's nothing that has an ARO...
Nope, because all my tokens are prone over here.
Yep, so next he's going to go another 2 and 2 and get to right there, which will end in line of sight of him.
Alright, so now there will be some arrows. So my arrow, I'm going to hopefully hit you with my flame template here. And just barely. Okay. So I will be at least hitting you with that one. And what's your second short skill?
That was my second short skill.
Oh, that was your second short skill. Okay, so I got one chance to try and kill you before your mobile brigada goes all rainbow on me.
Yes.
Damage 13. You have armor 2? Armor 3?
Armor 4.
Oh, armor 4. Of course you do. So 10 or better?
Yep, because it ignores the cover that I'm in, so... Ooh, that'll hurt. So
and this is fire.
Go take another one.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh!
So he will...
That drops him unconscious, I believe.
Yep, and last one here. He's good.
Okay, so he is simply unconscious, and the paramedic can come by to try and get him back up and running.
Second order, I'm going to have my medic move up 4 to right here. And then another 4, which will put her here.
Did you seriously just sacrifice your mobile brigada just so you could do this?
Yep.
Alright, so that's one order.
And then my third order will be to come into base.
Yep.
And she's going to try and med him.
Sounds good. So we're going to find out if the mobile brigada gets back up. What did you say you needed, a 13?
13.
Alright.
That'll do it.
Okay, so the mobile brigada is back up, and I assume that is a classified objective for you?
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright. Well, either way, he's standing again.
And it totally was
experimental drug. And that means the mobile brigada is now in a position where he might just do this all over again and try and take out the Minuteman.
Mm-hmm. Spending my fourth order, I'm going to back out of flamer range.
Alright, so I got one opportunity to try and flame you before while you shoot me.
And I will shoot you.
Alright, so we already know the flame template was enough to reach him while he was still in the corner there. So that will be an automatic strength 13 hit against you. And it looks like you're in the +3 range band combi rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and no cover for me, so you're going to be ballistic +3. Scratch the combi rifle. It's actually a multi-rifle, so you're going to be able to choose double action or AP with shock, all sorts of fun things.
Yep.
Burst 3 needing 16, so go ahead.
That's a crit.
So, okay. So he's just going to automatically drop unconscious, and I have one arm roll to make here. And armor 2 against strength 13, I take it? Yeah, so he is going to die. So all I'm hoping for now is that you just fail a whole bunch of your arm rolls against my flamethrower. So once again, needing 10s.
Yep. Ooh.
Hey, there's that 3 again.
Goes unconscious. And he's fine.
So once again, he is unconscious. But that means he might have to spend another order to try and get his mobile brigada back up. But I did unfortunately lose my Minuteman and the supply crate that I was holding. Fifth order.
Move up here, and let's bring him back to the land of the living.
Alright, I'm kind of hoping you bought your roll this time around. So it was 13, right?
Yep. Booyah!
Nope. Mobile brigada is back up and standing.
Can't stop all. Order 6, I'm going to have my medic move, so she'll be going 8. And she will stop right here.
Not quite able to get to the supply crate just yet.
No, so I will spend my last order and just move to the supply crate and short skill to pick it up.
Lovely. So you now have the supply crate.
Yes, I do.
And that's your last regular order?
It is.
Alright, any lieutenant orders to use yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, so that's going to end Nomads turn 1. So basically we've just traded off on the supply crate. Let's see what USAriadna can do in their turn 2. At the start of my turn, I'm going to bring Van Zant on using his tactical jump. And the way this works is basically I separate the board into 8 sections, and I come on from one of those edges. So, at least that's my understanding. So I just took a second to double check that in. It is actually as good as it sounds. So Van Zant is going to use his long order and just deploy right there. Actually, just back a little bit further because I don't want to inadvertently provoke an arrow from the paramedic Aguacillas there. But before I actually do that, I realize I gotta do my extremely impetuous movements first. So he's not on the board just yet. We're gonna take that back for a second and just go through the extremely impetuous stuff first. Starting with the extremely impetuous Devil Dog and Antipodes, he is going to jump forward 6 inches. Right up to there. The Antipode is going to follow suit because I gotta run towards the nearest one, which is the Aguacillas. So we're getting very close. This is going to provoke a bunch of arrows. The 2 geckos obviously can see either one. The Aguacillas can see one there. And it looks like, yep, the Aguacilla is hiding behind the yellow building there. We'll be able to see in addition. So it's going to be a lot of shots I'm taking. So in response to all the shots I'm going to be getting hit with, I'm just going to try and drop smoke right there. So I'll need a 19 to successfully get that off. So this Aguacilla is going to need a 14 to hit. And I might as well get my big smoke roll out of the way as well, needing a 19. Critical. So you need criticals to cancel out mine.
Yep.
So
which my criticals have to be higher than yours too.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
So none of my stuff's going to be able to stop you.
Alright, so we're just going to save the rolls here, and the smoke will go down. This Aguacillas, though, can still fire because the smoke's not going to block the line of sight.
Needing a 14. That'll hit.
Okay, and let's see if I avoid the damage. With armor 4? Yeah, so that's avoided. My other extremely impetuous movement, the Maverick is going to zip forward 8 inches. And hopefully be able to oh, dang. Not going to be able to fit through, so she's going to have to reposition. But that is going to provoke some arrows from the 2 geckos. And she's just going to attempt to drop smoke right there. So we got the double combi rifle one firing, and what's he got again?
He has a MK12 and a Blitzen.
Okay, and they're gonna fire at the Maverick, and I'm gonna hope that my my roll of 15 will cancel in any shots I take. So opting for the Panzerfaust. So I need a 15. You're gonna need what? 16?
Yep.
Okay. So there's my roll of 3. That's not gonna bode well for me.
Oh, over by 1. So. That misses. And
right.
He is officially out of ammo for the Panzerfaust.
Alright, but you still have your other gecko that can fire as well. What's he shooting?
He actually... Let's fire the... He'll just fire his MK12.
Okay.
Looking for...
16 again?
Yep. That'll
hit. Looks like I'm taking a hit there, and that's going to be a damage 15. Uh-oh. Is this AP or anything?
Let me double check here.
So it's not AP or anything like that, so it's going to be damage 15. I got armor 3, so I need to roll a 13 or better. Not quite.
I saw the 17 too.
So did I, and I got a little excited there for a moment. But that is enough to drop the Maverick unconscious. And with all the extremely impetuous orders done, this is where Van Zandt will now wander on using his advanced deployment tactical jump. Going to spend another order on Van Zandt, and he is just going to roll up to the edge right there. So he can see your... just so you can see the Aguacilla, but not be seen by the Mobile Brigada, because I don't want to deal with that just yet. And that's going to provoke an arrow. So you're going to fire back at me?
You know it.
Alright, I'm going to hit you with my AP rifle.
Okay.
Aguacilla is going to need a 14, and I'm going to need 13s here. So 2 hits.
Okay. I need a higher than 10 here. Nope.
Nope. So that's going to be 2 AP rounds going into the Aguacillas. Needing 13s to stay standing.
Oh, I got really excited there.
Yeah,
so
so
she'll go unconscious.
Okay. So at least she's not going to be doing the same shenanigans and bring the Mobile Brigada back anymore. Van Zandt's going to spend another order. He's just going to creep up, stay in cover, and he's now going to take some pot shots at the Mobile Brigada.
Who will shoot back.
Okay. And as long as I'm out of 8 but within 16, yeah, I'm going to plus 3 to my shot on this one. So I'll need a 16. Mobile Brigada is in the positive 3 range band, but I am behind cover. So plus 3 minus 3, so you're going to need 13s. I need 16s. Let's see what happens. And, well, that's 3 hits, but very easy to beat me on this one.
No.
Oh, wow. That is really unfortunate.
There we go.
I saw what you did there. I blatantly cheat in this game, not you, okay? Alright, so that is going to be 3 AP rounds, so you're down to armor 2, no cover, damage 13, so you need 12s or better.
Yep.
And
12, 7, 3. Nope, he goes down and dead.
Okay, so I was able to take out the Mobile Brigada at this point. That was also the Nomads Lieutenant, so that's going to put them in a bad state next turn as the Nomads go into a loss of Lieutenant mode. Van Zandt is now going to spend another order and just move 4 inches. Hopefully, yeah. 4 inches just to take control of the supply crate. Going to spend the irregular order for the Devil Dog team, and I think the Devil Dog is going to move forward 6 inches and get within line of sight to chain rifle a bunch of geckos there, I think. I hope. Ooh, that might be bad. Maybe he'll just drop some more smoke. And the Antipode will move forward 6 inches as well, just to get to there. And that's going to provoke some more arrows. So we have the 1 Aguacillas over there. We have only 1 Gecko, because now 1 Gecko is actually blocking line of sight. There. And then we got the other Aguacillas there. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to arrow, and you know what? I might arrow with a chain rifle.
That would do the trick nicely, yeah. So we got 1 chain rifle coming at me, and then we got obviously a combi rifle and another combi rifle. And you know what? I think I'm just going to chain rifle back, and I'm going to rely on the fact that I got multiple wounds to carry me through this, hopefully. So sorry, that's a chain colt you're putting at me, which is this small template. So you're going to hit the devil dog?
Yep.
Pretty sure? Yeah. But not the Antipode.
Nope.
And my chain rifle back is going to be able to cover both the geckos there. I'm going to hope for the best. And then you got a bunch of combi rifles coming at me. This Aguacilla is in the +3 range band, so we're going to need a 14. The Aguacilla is over here is in the no range band, so no modifiers whatsoever, so just going to need 11s. So why don't you go ahead and roll those first.
Okay, sorry, with the 14.
Yep.
Oh,
and the 11.
That'll hit.
Okay, so armor 4, so I need to roll a 10 or better. Nope. So he will take a wound, and now he's going to get hit with the chain colt as well. Chain colt is also strength 13, so once again I need to roll a 10 or better. And I will roll 13, so he's going to remain standing from that. And now the 2 geckos have some chain rifle hits to take.
They're armor 15, or sorry, armor 5.
I was going to say, that's
You
amazing.
can't hurt me. No, armor 5, so I'm looking for a 9 to survive this one.
9 or better, so on the front gecko.
Good. And the one with the MK12, also good.
Alright. And that is all I can do with the devil dogs for this turn. Going to spend an order on the forward observer grunt, and he's just going to do a move, so 4 inches to get to there, and then 4 inches just to get not quite behind the red crate, but very close to it. Spending another order on him, and he is just going to creep forward far enough that he's going to stay in cover of the red crate, and just so he can see your HVT. So the gecko with the dual combi rifles is able to see my forward observer grunt as well as this Aguacillas. So he's going to be at the -3 range band, you said? So he's going to be needing a 8 to hit. Meanwhile, that gecko is probably at the 0 range band, which is...
Just gonna double check really quick.
Yeah.
So 20, so that would be at -3, I do believe.
Oh, -3.
Double check here. Nope. What was that? Yeah, -3.
Oh, -3 plus cover, so -6. So my grunt does have a chance to stay alive, and he is going to attempt to forward observe your HVT. Gecko is going to need 7s to hit my forward observer here.
Just like that.
He's going to hit, and let's see if he. Well, yeah, I guess this is unopposed because I'm not doing anything against him. So my armor will be fine, and I'm going to try and forward observe. So I will successfully forward observe your HVT, but there is still a chance that my grunt will be taken down. So why don't you roll the Aguacillas, needing an 8. And, oh, that's going to hit. Ooh, and that is a 1 for anyone who's not familiar with it. So I do successfully forward observe, but my grunt will go down and drop unconscious in the process. At the very least, I was able to get HVT designation, giving me a classified. I'm going to spend my last regular order and do a move on Van Zandt. So he's just going to do 8 inches, well 7 inches really, and just get right there, hiding out of line of sight of the geckos, and just going to wait around the corner just in case some of your Aguacillas decide to pop up and say hello. And I am not going to reveal my lieutenant, so that will be the end of my turn. So I was able to take back the supplies that Quark took from me in his turn. In addition, I was able to get my HVT designation, so that means if the game were to end right now, I would be ahead by 1 point, but there is still much to go as we go into Nomad, turn 2. So going into Nomad's turn 2, everything is irregular because lost the lieutenant.
Yep, so starting off with this one right here.
Yep.
Going to fire both shot, everything at that guy.
Alright, I'm going to respond by doing a special dodge smoke, and I will just try to drop the smoke. Ooh, I'm going to hope that it's within 8 inches, but I'm going to try and drop it right on his head. So let's find out if that's within 8 inches. Definitely is. So I'll need a 19, and you're going to need 16s?
You get +3, so yes.
All right. So I got a 5. Uh-oh. And hit.
This one got beat.
Okay. So 3 hits. So need 10s or better. And that will successfully block all of them.
Okay.
And
So
the
this
other
guy
gecko.
is going to move right here.
Yep.
And shoot at him as well.
I'm just going to attempt to drop smoke. I'm going to do it in the same location. So once again, I'm going to need a 19.
Okay, and I need 16s.
And what is he firing?
He's going to be firing at MK12. It's a burst 3.
Okay.
It's damage 15.
Yeah. So there is my smoke on a 13.
I need 16s. That's a crit.
That's a crit, and I'll beat the other 2 hits. Well, that's not good for me. And because he had taken a wound last turn, that is enough to drop him unconscious. And due to the nature of the game, that Antipode is now just going to sit down and do dog things for the rest of the game. So my Antipode just begins chasing his tail, because that's what dogs do when they're bored. Unless I can get a paramedic up here and get my devil dog back up and running.
My forward observer is just going to do a move order and just come right up here.
Yep, just get into position for next turn.
Yep. Actually, I'm going to put him behind the blue crate.
Yeah, that's probably the better option, because that way you'll get cover if I pop around.
Yep.
This Aguacil is?
Just going to do a move to right here.
And which one is this again?
This one doesn't have anything on her. She's just a regular one.
Not a specialist or anything. Alright. And the final Aguacil is here. Is this one your hacker?
This is my hacker. She's doing a move to right there.
Alright. No arrows being provoked. And that is going to be the end of the Nomad's turn. So that lost lieutenant did really hurt Quark going into this one. So we're going to see what happens in turn 3. If I can sort of just secure the lead and keep it, or if bad things will happen to me. This camo token here is just going to go off of prone and just go right up to the edge. Bunch of discover checks. That Aguacil is right there. Going to need a 10 because of cover and my camo. This Aguacil is over here is going to be at -6 because of the range. And then these 2 geckos, I believe, were also going to be at -6, but we'll have to check the range modifiers there.
Looking to see if I can get it with a 10.
Yep.
I'll get it.
Okay, so you have discovered my hard case. And for a second short skill, he's just going to try and shoot the Aguacilas there with his tactical bow. Actually, instead of tactical bowing him, I'm just going to use the light shotgun, just because it's burst 2, and I'm going to need 11s either way. So here's open. So 4 and a crit. So he will drop unconscious, and there's going to be 1 arm roll against damage 13. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay, looking for a 13.
And nope. So that Aguacila's
dead.
Yeah, we'll just die. Going to spend an order on Van Zant, and he's just going to move backwards 8 inches now that Aguacil is dead. And you know what? Just in case, I'm going to spend another move on him, and just keep moving him backwards. Because if your geckos decide to go on a murderous rampage, it is possible that they can catch up to him. And 1 more order, and he's just going to hide in the corner here. Just like so. Dr. Fire Axe, going to spend my last regular order. He's going to move 4 inches up to the edge here. And he's basically just going to try and throw a medkit at that grunt to wake him up. So I'm within 8 inches, so I'm going to need a 15 to hit the grunt with the medkit. And then the medkit's going to try and wake the grunt up. So the medkit will hit the grunt, and now it's going to be a roll to see if the grunt dies or stands back up. And this is a physical -3, so I need a 9 or the grunt's just going to die. Nope, the grunt's going to die. So basically he just winged him with the medkit, gave him a concussion, he bled out, and that was the end of that grunt. And not revealing my lieutenant, I'm going to end my turn. So right now, I am holding one of the supply crates, and I do have my HVT designation. So I am ahead of the game, so we're going to find out what Quark is able to do with his few remaining orders as we go into the final turn for Nomads. Spending the first order on the Aguacilas here.
Going to do a move and climb up to right here.
Yeah, because that dumpster there is not bigger than her, so our understanding is that she can just sort of vault up it. And that's going to be the first one. And then the second order, you would actually get right to base there. Second order
is to climb up to right here.
Okay.
Third order is going to be a short to move right here, and then willpower to try and open that.
And that piece of scenery is blocking my line of sight, so I'm not going to be able to arrow against that. That's kind of poor placement on my part there. So go ahead.
Okay. 13. That's exactly it.
That's your willpower? Alright, so you're able to take the supply. Last regular order.
She's going to try and jump up and over this, but in the process, right here, it's going to possibly provoke an arrow.
Yeah, so we're going to have to check distance there. I'm going to attempt with the tactical bow.
Yep.
And hopefully be within range. 15-inch range, so I'm going to need an 11 to hit Aguacilas here. And get a 2. So I will definitely hit, and it's going to be a damage 13, I believe. So damage 13, double action.
Okay, need 13s on or higher.
And
nope.
No.
She's dead.
So the arrow.
She's
the arrow just out and out kills her.
And she was my lieutenant, so that will cause a loss of lieutenant again.
So that is the final order of the game. So let's take a quick look at the score. So with the way the game ends, we both have control of 1 supply crate, so that's going to be 1 point for each of us, and then we both got one of our classified, so there's another point for each of us. So it is going to be a tie game at the end of this one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As you can see, we're getting a lot more polished with our rules and whatnot. There are still a couple things that we're not sure about. Let us know about the movement up the crates here and whatnot, just in case we're getting it wrong. And give us a page reference, because that's always great. And of course, if we missed anything else, definitely let us know. And as always, guys, we are going to have another video in the vault. That is in the link below, so you can go check that out. If you're not a vault member, hit the link anyway. It's going to take you to a 7-day free trial where you're going to get access to all sorts of great stuff like painting tutorials, quick tips, and of course companion battle reports to everything we do. And hopefully we see you stick around, because there's great content, and frankly we love interacting with you guys, and we love what you guys do for us as well. And as always, happy wargaming.